Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to my podcast and YouTube channel. So, for example, this episode is my first podcast down here in Florida in my room. You know, I'll need to give you guys a room tour, but in my new house that I bought with my two roommates. So, to answer you guys' question about how I got down here in Florida, hold on, let me fix this real quick. Okay, so you guys can see me better. But yeah, so I moved down here to Florida 3 months ago. It was like towards the end of March when I really went through with it. So I decided that I wanted to move to Florida. And the reason why I made that choice was because I wanted to try something new. You know, I kind of got bored of being in Tennessee. Don't get me wrong, I love the state. And it was, a great time. But I feel like it's just kind of time for me to get away from a lot of things. And what I mean by that is just get away from that comfortable feeling of everything being so close to me. If anything, happened, I had people there, and don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. But I really just had to get away to feel better with myself and to be happier. Don't get me wrong, I was happy in Tennessee, but there's just a different feeling that I have out here. I feel like myself out here. There's a lot of people that don't really know me out here. It's a brand new life that I'm kind of starting, and I'm in my 20s. I don't have no responsibilities. I don't have no wife. I don't have no girlfriend. I don't have no kids. And I'm 22. I'm about to be 23. And one of my biggest goals is to make my first million before the age of 27 I'm pretty sure is what I decided. Yeah, 27. Because I decided that was a good age, maybe by then I have some things figured out and figure out how I was going to make that first million. And honestly, right now at the age of 22, I got some ideas, but I just haven't been able to start them. So basically, this podcast is more to just talk to you guys and let you know of some things that you should probably be aware about whenever you move to a new state, new city, or even if you decide to move to a new country. I feel like this might help. One of the first things that really I had to come to terms with into moving to a new area is you are going to feel scared and nervous to go to new places, even going to the store to go get groceries and just getting everything that you need to get situated. You're gonna feel nervous. I did. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm pretty out there. I don't normally get so nervous and so shy so easily, but it's just the fact that I don't know anyone. You know what I mean? So that's one thing that I feel like you gotta be aware of before you even move anywhere, and there's nothing wrong with it. I feel that that's a really nice feeling to an extent, because you're it's a new feeling that you feel because you're not used to feeling that type of emotion. You're used to going to the store, knowing the same people that are in that store, your hometown grocery store, wherever you go, but I really had to learn that quickly when I got down here. And another thing was, sorry, I had to make sure my MacBook didn't turn off on you guys, but another thing that I really had to learn was it's okay to kind of feel lonely down here. Yes, I got my best friend. I got Drain, which is my best friend's older brother down here. But with us working all the time, there's moments where I'm just by myself. For example, right now. Today's my day off from work, and don't get me wrong, I do have some moments where I kind of just get that lonely feeling, but I've really learned to be comfortable with myself. I don't get those thoughts that I used to get when I was by myself out there in Tennessee. Out here, it feels okay to be alone, and yeah, sometimes that may suck because I feel like I don't really need another person in my life, whether that be relationships or anything like that, but it kind of helps you grow. It really helps you learn hey, this is what I want to do with my life. This is what I want to try different things, and you're not really putting anybody at risk because it's just you yourself, so that leads to another topic, which means take risks out here. Wherever you move to a new city, for example, me, I go to the beach It's really fun. I love going to the beach. Okay, so it's like my little second home. And there's so many beaches around me. Like there's like 4 or 5. I've been to Tampa Bay Beach. That was all right. St. Pete is really cool. I love going to St. Pete. The beaches out there are really nice. The people, like, there's a lot of stuff to do. And so that's one thing that I've also learned to be comfortable with was taking risks and talking to new people, bro. There's nothing wrong. You know, sometimes that's the only way you're gonna make more friends out here is by just being comfortable and talking to new people in the area where you're at, you know. So that's one of the other things. And like, for example, right now I work at a restaurant. It's not what I'm gonna do my whole life, you know, but you just kind of have to be okay with going back a little bit and doing something to make money that you don't really want to do. You know, that's not the reason why you moved out here. But if it pays the bills, you kind of have to do it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's what I have to say about risk. And I feel like it's not for everyone, but for any of you that are struggling, whether it be like a certain past relationship, a certain thing that you went through that like traumatized you, I feel like is a right word to use, that, you know, just really like whenever you were alone, it like just kind of bothered you and you felt like you couldn't, you know, get over that. Moving to a new area will really help you with that. It's helped me be comfortable with myself. Well, dang, they just ruined my video. But hopefully you guys can still hear me. But yeah, I feel like it has really helped me be comfortable with the person that I am and get over some things that I never really got an apology for that I was expecting. And like, it's just kind of crazy. You know, you don't really think that that's what you have to do to be happy and comfortable with yourself, but sometimes you do. Like, I've heard content creators, people that make podcasts, like all kinds of things, talk about you needing to move to a new area because it just makes you want to push for new goals, new methods that you want to do. So yeah. And another thing is you really learn to take care of yourself. You know, like for example, today, it was my day off. I vacuumed my room, cleaned my room, like deep clean, and I got a candle going. I don't know if you guys ate, but just to make sure my room just smells good, like for me. And you just, I don't know, man. It's a lot of feelings that you really get when you're out here. And basically, I just want to say, learn to enjoy those feelings. Learn to really like sit in those emotions and those feelings that you're feeling because it helps, you know. It's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. Just telling you that right now. It's going to be hard the first few months. It's going to be a pain. You're going to be stressed. But don't let those type of things like lead you away from wanting to make a new change, because you can always go back to your hometown. Always. Like I plan on going in September. Shout out to Walker, going to your wedding, my boy. But and to see Malachi and, you know, everyone, all my boys out there. And yeah, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna hang out with my friends, you know, enjoy time with them, and like do things that I don't really do out here. Cause out here I'm really just on grind mode. I've just been working, and just chilling at the house. Like I barely really have enough time to go out and go to the beach and stuff like that. But you know, I've come to terms with, if I'm gonna want to get there, I gotta make sure my bills are paid. I gotta make sure I have extra money to try new things, experience new stuff that I want to do, and even like certain companies that I want to open up. Hopefully, I know I have been struggling to get this out, but hopefully I will get a push out my clothing brand this year. If there anyone watching that like knows more about that, like clothing brand wise and how to go about it, like hit me up, please. I'd appreciate it. But I really plan on working hard on that. And like for example, today, I didn't know I was gonna make this podcast. It just kind of was in the back of my head the past few days, and I was like, you know, why don't you just do it. I have all the equipment for it. It'd be dumb of me to not make this podcast for you guys. So, I decided I was going to do it. So I made this podcast for you guys. I didn't really have a plan. I didn't really have, stuff written out on like what I was going to say. Mainly because whenever I make these podcasts, I try to be myself. I don't really like to write things down because I feel like I'm just kind of stuck in saying those kinds of things. Because if I practice it, if I get it in my head, I'm just like, okay, just what I'm gonna talk about, and that's it. So that's why I kind of just like, whenever I make these podcasts, it's more about what I'm feeling and what I've just kind of been through. I use those same emotions that I told you guys to let yourself like sit in and really feel. And I just think about those feelings that I was feeling in that moment. And that's just the way that I talk to you guys about it. So I have a lot of big plans. I plan on vlogging more trips whenever I go on them. Whether it be anything, like there's water parks out here, I'm definitely going to get a GoPro for that. Or whenever like Halloween's about to come up, so like whenever we go to those parks or like special events, anything that they got going on, that I can vlog, like I'm definitely gonna do it for you guys. I even want to like record myself in certain restaurants because I cook myself. I'm not saying I'm like Gordon Ramsay or any of these really high chefs, but I feel like I know what I'm doing. I've never really had any complaints about my food, so kind of want to like try that out. Try making some cooking videos for you guys. Hopefully I'll be able to get Dre in my next podcast or any of these podcasts coming up. Malachi, some of my boys, even some people I work with, very chill. Shout out to all of them. And yeah, I just wanted to keep this short and simple and just give you guys a little update. So let me know what you think. Let me know how this podcast like made you feel, what you think, and yeah, comment because I will respond to any of your comments. And if you have any questions or any like video ideas for me, like please send them my way. I am completely open for anything. And yeah, follow my socials if you guys want to see like behind the scenes of what I got going on or my workouts, because I've been doing at home workouts, so I got to get back into that too. So yeah, love you guys. Have a great day, and make sure you guys just keep pushing and continue to grow as a person. So peace.